How is this not the biggest news story in the world today? Project Veritas just released an undercover video featuring Jordan Tristan Walker, a Pfizer Director of Research and Development. And, well, I'll let Mr. Walker do the explaining himself.
Pfizer ultimately is thinking about mutating COVID?
Well, that is not what we say to the public. No. Don't tell anyone this building. You gotta probably don't tell you. You gotta probably don't tell anyone, okay? Yeah. We're exploring, like, now, you know how the virus keeps mutating?
Yeah.
Well, one of the things we're exploring is, like, why don't we just mutate it ourselves so we could preemptively develop new vaccines, right? So we have to do that. If we're gonna do that, though, there's a risk of, like, as you could imagine, no one wants to be having a pharma company mutating viruses. You have to be, like, very controlled to make sure that this virus that you mutate doesn't create something that, like, you know, goes everywhere.
Something crazy.
I suspect is the way that the virus started and moving on. To be honest, like, it makes no sense if this virus popped out of nowhere and, like...
Yeah, I know.
Incredible. Probably the biggest story of the year so far. Or it would be if we had an honest media. You know, the kind of media that doesn't take billions in advertising from Big Pharma every single year. 6.6 billion in TV ads alone at the last count. As is to be expected, Mr. Walker responded to the release of the video by deleting his LinkedIn account. But way more concerning is this. Mainstream news outlets that picked up the story are now deleting it too. The Daily Mail covered the story and said they had, quote, reached out to Pfizer for comment. Well, whatever Pfizer said to them must have made some impression, because when you go to click on the Daily Mail link to the story, poof! It's gone. It just takes you back to the main page of their website. They deleted the story. Why? There's nothing wrong with it. It is what it is. Did they get a call? Who from? The FDA is now proposing Americans be given a new COVID booster vaccine every autumn, every year. They want to make it as routine as the annual flu shot. After its mRNA vaccine captured 70% of US and European markets, Pfizer's 2021 revenue was double its 2020 revenue. That profit included nearly $37 billion in sales solely from the COVID vaccine. The big pharma company's profits are expected to have jumped by an order of magnitude again for 2022, with revenue soaring to over $100 billion. As Walker himself acknowledges in the Project Veritas clip, that's nice work if you can get it.
Either way, it's going to be a cash cow. COVID will probably be a cash cow for us for a while going forward. Like, yeah. I obviously like
And it's very important to keep these numbers up. Pfizer needs to continually sell more and more vaccines. So I guess we're going to need more viruses. Yeah, where are they coming from? You be the judge. So I've had Scott Mannion on my podcast. I've been on his show, he's a mate, and he's done the hard yards with his YouTube channel. It's quality content, and its main focus is traditional restoration. He deciphers the essence of Anglo-Saxon and Anglo-American values and virtues using the myth, tradition, symbolism, and lore that forged English civilization. Scott hosts talks with traditional new right thinkers, conservatives, subversives, dissidents, and analyzes English verse, ritual, and story to uncover what he calls lost psycho-technologies that can solve today's problems. So if that sounds like your kind of thing, we need to lift up talent on our side and get him to over 10,000 subs. So pause the video right now. Don't forget to come back to it though. Come on, it only takes a few seconds. Scroll down to the description and his pinned comment. Click on his YouTube channel and subscribe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom! That's it. Simple as.